Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to tell you guys my favorite Netflix shows and movies to binge watch, and I have been doing that so much. So I kind of got this idea from my last video, which was the 10 fun things you should do in quarantine if you're bored. So I'm pretty excited about doing this because I've actually found a couple of new shows that I've been really enjoying. And I have 8 TV shows, 3 comedy specials, 2 comedy specials, and 3 movies. So yeah, if you guys are interested, which I think you will be, just keep watching. So I'm going to start off with the TV shows because I feel like this is the bingiest of things, but there's some really fun movies and comedy specials in here as well, so we'll get to those. But the first one I want to talk about is The 100, which is a super interesting show. It's kind of hyped, so you might have seen it already, but if you haven't seen it, it's so good. It's about, I don't want to spoil too much, but it's kind of like a futuristic, post-apocalyptic type of, it's a bit thrillery, but it's mostly just like a drama, and it's really good. It has some of these like dynamic family relationships, but also just really interesting, like they're all teens basically, and they have a lot of interesting things going on. I will say my favorite character is Octavia. Once you guys get in there and watch it, you'll be like, I understand. She's super cool, especially once you get to the later seasons. Her character just gets you get to know her a little bit better. That's all I'm saying. Moving on. The next show, my boyfriend actually showed to me, and I was at first kind of skeptical because the description to me, I was like, I don't think I'm going to like this. I ended up loving it so much. There's 2 seasons on Netflix right now, and I don't know if they're doing a 3rd, but they might be. It's called The End of the Effing World. It's so good. It's kind of like that dark humor, so if that's your thing, I think you'll really love this. Don't let the description like confuse you, because I was confused, but I fell in love like immediately. The characters are so interesting, and basically you're following these 2 characters who are teens, and you're just kind of following them through their adventures. I don't want to go too in depth because, like I said, I don't want to spoil anything. But it's super interesting, and acting is really good in this one. I really love Jessie Barden, who plays the main character. She is so good. I follow her on Instagram and I'm like in love with her. The next show is for all of you hippies out there, and it's like kind of popular, so you guys probably know about it, but I wanted to tell you guys to watch it anyway. It's called Ancient Aliens. If you're a hippie or like Aquarius or you're into aliens or ghosts or anything like that, this show is just super interesting. I always like, if I'm doing something, like if I'm like editing a video or I'm doing homework that's like not that important, or I'm like doing something, I like to have this on in the background because it's nice to just like watch. Like, you don't have to watch so intensely like you would a TV show, like a normal TV show. So, but it's super interesting still, and there's a lot of like weird stuff you'll find out, so A+ on that. Next TV show, guys, oh my god, I literally just found this yesterday, and I'm almost already done with the 1st season. It's so interesting, and it's like spooky AF. It's scary. But like, I'm scared of a lot of scary movies, so I think it's just a thriller, but I don't know. It's called Lock and Key, and it's so crazy, guys. It's about like this family who, like, their dad dies. It's not a spoiler, you'll find that out like ASAP. And they move cross country to their like family mansion or whatever, and they find these keys that do weird like supernatural stuff. Like, I won't tell you what they do because I don't want to spoil those things, but these keys like give you magic powers, and there's like a whole like secret like Illuminati thing going on with it, like so scary, and it's basically surrounding the kids of the family and the mom a little bit. It's so interesting. I highly recommend it, guys. There's only 1 season out, but they are coming out with a 2nd season. I don't know when, but there's 10 episodes in the 1st season, and I am on number 9, so we will we will see how this first season finishes. It's super, super interesting. I know this next TV show is like super hyped, but I wanted to say it anyway just in case there's anybody out there who hasn't watched it or like maybe gave up first season like I had done. It's Stranger Things. If you haven't seen it, guys, you have to see it, okay? Like, just try it again if you haven't. And if you just like haven't tried, what are you waiting for? Like, it's really, really interesting. It's again kind of that like spooky, like supernatural stuff going on. Kind of a thriller, but not so much as like Lock and Key. But it's super, super interesting and like it's just like spooky. Next thing is more of a documentary and it's the Ted Bundy tapes, and these things are freaking scary. Like, you will literally, don't watch it alone if you don't have to. I like these kind of like criminal, like, it's interesting for me to like get inside the mind of people who do stuff like that. Although it is like kind of scary, so like if you're easily disturbed, maybe don't watch it. But to me, that stuff is really, really interesting. I think it's because of my mom, and I know she's watching this right now, but she would always like watch these crazy like forensic files documentaries like at night, and my room was next to her, so I'd just be trying to sleep and I'd be hearing this like wild television show in the background. So I think that kind of got instilled in me, and I now enjoy those crazy serial killer documentaries. But it's a super interesting story, and it's like kind of effed up, but it's interesting if you're into those kind of things. The next TV show is You, another hyped one, but if you haven't seen it, you have to. I feel like I'm seeing a sense of like I'm into scary thriller type of things, but it seems true. I like dramas because I like good acting, and not to say you can't do good acting in comedy, you definitely can. I just really, really like a good dramatic actor and seeing feelings and intensity, but it's a super interesting show. If you guys haven't seen it, you have to see it. The next TV show I realized is a movie, so just ignore that. But it's the Zac Efron Ted Bundy movie, kind of jumping off of that further, the one we just talked about. It's the like fictionalized, I guess, version, but it's based off of oh, I don't know, Elizabeth Close, I don't remember her last name, but she wrote a book about her experience because she was like the longtime boyfriend of him, and Lily Collins is in it, and she is amazing, like top tier, love her. And I really love Zac Efron's performance as well, not to not talk about him. Both the performances are amazing, but it's just a dramatized version of the book, so it's through her perspective. And again, like I said, I like to see like the, like, I don't know, if you're into like getting a view inside the mind of people like that, or someone close to them, it's super interesting. So it's spooky though, be with somebody you trust. Okay, since that was a movie, we're just gonna jump right into movies as well. And so I have 3 more movies that I wanted to tell you guys about that I really, 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 really love. So the first one is a comedy, and it's called Murder Mystery, and it has Adam Sandler and Jennifer Aniston, and they're like a married couple, and they go on this vacation, and they like ended up in this crazy murder mystery thing. And it's funny because all the characters are super like melodramatic and typical murder mystery, and they're just like normal people. So it's super, super funny, and I love Adam Sandler. I'll recommend any Adam Sandler movie. I love him. The next movie is a drama, and if you haven't seen it, I didn't watch it for a while even though people were recommending it. It's Marriage Story, and guys, it's so sad. It's so sad. It's so sad, but it's so good too. And like the acting is really, really great. I love a good Adam Driver. He's a good actor. Like him a lot. But yeah, it's a nice look into that situation. It's a marriage story. And they're getting like a divorce, and it's not a secret, that's just how it starts. And it's kind of like their custody battle, and it's super dramatic, and you will cry. I cried, but I cry a lot, so I don't know, maybe you won't cry. Last movie I wanted to recommend, I realize I've been talking about Lily Collins a lot recently, but she's a really good actor, so that's why. This movie is called Love, Rosie, and it's her kind of rom-com that she did a couple of years back with, oh, I can't remember his name. Super cute actor. I don't remember his name though. but it's your typical rom-com. So if you guys are into rom-coms, it's really good though, because like I'm not a huge fan of rom-coms. I find them kind of cheesy sometimes, but like there are good rom-coms. Like although it's like hyped, The Notebook is a good rom-com because like, well, that's not a rom-com. Maybe I just like dramatic things. But there are rom-coms that I like. I feel like I've said rom-com like 20 times. Yeah, this is a good one because it's a drom-com too. So I like something that's not just funny. It's got some dramedy in it. So it's really, really good. It's these two people who are like very obviously meant to be, who just like keep not being by weird life situations that are happening, and it's like over the span of a very long time, but it's a really cute story. Like get some ice cream tonight if that's what you want to do. Get some ice cream. I don't know, get some popcorn, get a snack, get in your blanket. Rom-com. Okay, and the last two are comedy type of things, and I'm just broadening them because I love comedy specials from both of these people. So it's John Mulaney. If you guys haven't, like, at all, like, let yourself feel the greatness of John Mulaney, you're doing yourself a wrong, because John Mulaney is so funny, and like he's just funny. It's like not arguable. Like he's just so funny, and his skits, his stand-up comedy sketches, they're so funny, and he actually wrote for SNL, so there's proof. He's really great. I think he has 3 on Netflix now. Binge watch all of them back to back. Watch him grow up. It's so good. The next comedic stand-up fella is Chris D'Elia, and he's a little bit more harsh. So if you were not into harsher comedy, John Mulaney is a very, very clean boy, kind of. Maybe don't watch it in front of your kids, but he's not gonna be so offensive. Chris D'Elia doesn't really care. I don't think he does it too bad, but if you're like super sensitive or don't like men yelling, that's kind of his thing. He just yells a lot, but he does really funny voices, which is like my favorite thing. And he's not, I wouldn't say he's like offensive, but he's very brash. But he's really, really funny, and he seems like a good guy. So his comedy is, he does a lot of character voices, like I said, which they're really funny. I do a lot of character voices in my own life, and I appreciate anyone who can also do fun voices. So, and an honorable mention is Pete Davidson's stand-up comedy set on Netflix. I think it's really funny. Pete Davidson is a funny person because he doesn't care about anything, so he'll just say whatever about himself, and it's really, really funny. So those are my favorite shows to watch on Netflix. If you guys have favorite shows, please comment them down below, because we are all stuck at home. Let's help each other out because we all need something to watch. And I'm about to finish Lock and Key, so we will see what happens next. I need a new show to binge while they come out with the next season, which will probably be a while, so yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment what you're watching, and subscribe to my channel. It helps me out so much. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!